Hi, my name is Jason and this is my vlog called Living with CMT. I hope you enjoy. Good afternoon, folks. It's 10 past 5 on Wednesday afternoon. I didn't do a video yesterday because I've still got a lot of pain in my ear, very bad earache. It's easing a little bit because Deb's putting me some drops in at the moment, and I had them in about an hour ago. For some strange reason, I don't know why, but today I am completely wide awake at 10 past 5. I've had about 10 minutes, that's all I've had today, about 10 minutes sleep. But I'm wide awake, so I thought, well, I might as well do my video. Now, like I said, I didn't do one yesterday because I weren't too brilliant. And when you're not feeling too good, you don't really feel like sitting there doing videos. Right, a couple of things. First one was I had an email yesterday off a company I've been a member of for quite some time called allpoetry.com. And they've set a bit of a challenge. And what they want you to do, they want you to write a new poem every day. Not a new poem, sorry. They want you to publish one of your poems every day of the month for April. And I thought, well, in for a penny, in for a pound. And if you do it for 30 days, they're giving you, well, they're giving me anyway, free silver membership for a month, which is good, really, because that means I'll be able to get me poems out to more people. So what I've decided to do is not to write new poems to read out, but I'm going to read out a poem every day on my vlog for the month. Now, yes, some of them you'll have heard before because I'm going down them in alphabetical order in my list. And I can't remember which ones I've actually done and which ones I haven't. And because I lost that big list of poetry, what was on my computer, which was a list of telling me which ones I'd put on my vlog, I've lost it now. And I'm not going to go through every one of my 297 videos to find out which ones I've got poems on or not. So that's what I'm doing. So at the end of each video, starting today, you'll have a poem. Like I said, some you've heard before, some you haven't. So just go with the flow. There's a lot you haven't heard before because there's a lot I haven't published before. I know that anyway. As you noticed, I'm feeling a little bit better today, so I've had a proper shave. I look semi-human again. Tell you what, though, I look more like my dad every day, which is a bit of a compliment, actually. The other thing, it's not a product review as such, but I just want to tell you about something. Just hold on a minute. Now, this is not an endorsement or nothing. I just want to tell you about these because I'm a mad fan of Pringles. I love Pringles. The only problem with Pringles is sometimes the flavours are a bit boring. Plain, cheese and onion, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, they've come out with these. I don't know whether you've heard of them before. They're called Pringles Rice Fusion, and these are Peking duck with hoisin sauce flavour. And I've got to admit, this is one of the best ones I've had. I absolutely love them. Tried them the other day for the first time, and at the moment in our local home bargain store, they're doing them for 99p a tub. Now Sainsbury's do them for £2.50 a tub when they're not on offer. Guess where I'll be getting mine from? Anyway, they are really nice. I advise you, if you like Pringles, to give them a bash. They are vegetarian, believe it or not, even though they're hoisin duck. They are duck with hoisin sauce, yeah. But they are really nice, and they actually do taste like duck in hoisin sauce, which completely baffles me how they've done that. But yeah, they're really worth buying. So if you want to give yourself a bash, you know, have a bash at them. If you like Pringles, give them a crack. Deb's tried them. She don't like them because I think she must be able to taste that they taste of duck, even though they are vegetarian. There's those, and there's also another flavour as well. I don't know whether the other flavour's on here. No, I think it was chicken masala or something flavour. And that wasn't too bad either, actually. They were a bit much. They've got a little bit of pep on them, they have. You know, after about 5 minutes, your tongue starts burning. But they're quite nice. They're quite nice, honestly. It's nice to see that, you know, they're coming out with some original flavours. Because obviously I don't know anywhere else that does that flavour. I must admit, any other crisps. But yeah, so give them a bash. You've got nothing to lose. Today, it's been surveys again. And when I got up this morning, it was absolutely plastering it down. And I mean absolutely plastering it down. And then 10 minutes later, it had stopped. Then it come bright, and I went on to my weather forecast on my phone, and it gave out a weather warning for thunderstorms from Wednesday morning till Thursday night for our region. And ever since then, we've had blue sky and sun. But now it's gotten black outside. It really has gone black, and there's lots of dark clouds. So I've got a feeling them thunderstorms might be on the way. So, yeah, we shall have to see. I don't know what you're all up to midweek and all that. What we are doing, nothing tomorrow. except maybe nipping the vets to pick up some medication for the dog, which they still haven't had in yet. But Friday, because it was Mother's Day last Sunday, now we got up to see my mum on the Saturday, but we couldn't think of anything by her. So we did one of my poems, which she wanted framed. We did that framed. Deb did a lovely paper for it, with background and everything. And we're taking her for a meal on Friday. We're taking her to a place in Blackpool. It's a Wetherspoons, and it's called the Leighton Rakes. And it's a really, really nice pub, because the reason I like it is because it's quiet. It's one of those places where it's got a lovely atmosphere. It really has got it's so ambient. It's ridiculous, I mean, you've got two Wetherspoons in town. One is called what is it called? The Dragon and Lion and Dragon, something. Anyway, it's on the front, and the Albert and the Lion. That's it, the Albert and the Lion, and that's okay. But because it's on the front, it gets absolutely jam-packed full of tourists, and I mean jam-packed. Sometimes you can't even get a table in there, and there must be 70 or 80 tables. Whereas the Leighton Rakes, it's one street back from the fronts, and it's quite away from everywhere. It's away from the town centre, so people don't really know it's there, which is ideal for the locals, because we can go down there, literally just walk in. And the beauty of it is, it's one of them with the table app. So I can just go on my mobile phone, order the food I want, and pay for it on the phone. And then it gets brought to the table. I haven't even got worry about carrying it, or worrying about struggling with carrying it, or the drinks. And last time we were in there, it came within 5 minutes, which was really good. And then the drinks did, sorry. And then the meal was about 10 minutes after that. So it was really good. Taking my mum there, like I say, for a Mother's Day meal, because we haven't took for a meal for a while. She was on about taking us and buying us an anniversary meal, so it was going to be weird, because she's going to pay for an anniversary meal for me and Deb at the same time that we're paying for a Mother's Day meal for her, which is back to front. Like I say, I'm not doing a lot today at all. I played a bit more on my Lego game last night. I didn't realise how low I'd actually got it, because with Deb being upstairs watching TV, I couldn't tell how high the TV was because of me ears, so I thought I'd got it at a reasonable level, but I hadn't. I'd got it very, very low, because when Deb come down and she was sitting watching me, she couldn't hear it, so I had to turn it up, because I was erring on the side of caution rather than have it too loud and her coming downstairs saying, what's that racket sort of thing. It was more a case of keeping it really, really low without knowing it. Anyway, it's a mental game. It's puddled. Like I said, I'm doing at the moment all the missions and try and get the red bricks. Because obviously anybody who plays the Lego games knows that you have to collect red bricks and gold bricks and unlock characters. But some of the things you've got to do on it are really, really fun, really enjoyable. There's a new thing on there where you play as Joker, and you've actually got to spray paint posters and stuff, and that's pretty interesting. We've already completed 2 full levels, 100%. Only another 18 or 19 to go. It's heavy going, but it's enjoyable. It's one of those games that's going to keep you going for absolutely time after time. Yeah, like I said, after this, I'm going to stop in a minute, and then I'm going to read you out my first poem, which I posted on April the 1st on the website, because, like I said, they've started it, and I've already got 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of April to do. Whereas, obviously, I've missed out the first 3 on my vlog, or the first 2 on my vlog. So today's is going to be day 4, if you know what I mean, but day 3. Yeah, it's going to be the first one I read out anyway, so I hope you enjoyed. Bye for now. Yeah, this poem was one I wrote a while ago, and it was basically about, it's a fantasy poem, if you like, or is it? Anyway, it's called A Dream. The devils, they came in coaches of flame to devour the flesh of the living, to destroy all the people that walked on the earth, the kind, the good, and the giving. As they rode, they destroyed, and their hand it burned. The flames grew higher and higher. The burning smell of skin and the flesh made a mountain a funeral pyre. Pestilence wrought the world with disease, as plague after plague they came. The people they writhed in the agonies of pain, as each sought another to blame. For the world was ending in death and decay, the evil had won the war. Questions went unanswered and prayers unheard, as the earth suffered like never before. Foul creatures they came with a liking for pain, a yearning to hear mankind cry. They appeared to grin as they revelled in sin, watched as the people did die. As I woke from the dream with tears in my eyes, I heard a sound like never before. I opened the curtains and peered into the day. I could not believe what I saw. There were creatures I hoped I never would see. There were devils clothed in the skin of the dead. A grotesque parody of man clawed at the glass as a creature sized off its head. A woman she screamed as the devils bore down, others they cowered in fear. But the cries of the devils and the creatures they brought were only the sounds I could hear. I told myself quickly it was just a dream as the walls around me crumbled and fell. Then the reality hit me like a lightning strike. The earth had finally become hell. The flames, they were real, and the people were too. The street was full of people ablaze. I said a prayer as I felt the heat touch my flesh and said goodbye to the rest of my days. Rather a dark poem to start with, but that's my first poem out of the next 28 I will be reading. So I hope you enjoy. I had to finish today with a little bit of a comment, shall we say. I had a thing from change.org. Now, a lot of change.org things are reasonable petitions and stuff. And this particular one was from a youth-run group who basically are trying to stop a no-deal Brexit because it will ruin the world for them, right? And I kind of thought to myself, well, I would never sign that in a million years, because they're saying that they don't want a no-deal Brexit because they're scared of what will happen in 50 years. If I was you, I'd take your head out the sand and be more scared of what will happen if we stay in the EU. Because if you think about it on a daily basis, the funds for the NHS are diminishing, the funds for the policing are diminishing, the funds for education are diminishing, and if we are not sending that money to Europe, that money will obviously be able to be used elsewhere. So, think about that just for a minute. You're saying that you think that by us coming out with a no deal, the world will, we will end, and it will all be, we'll all end up with no money and blah, blah, blah. Well, if you take a look around you, you will see that not many people are doing so well off now. And if you've got how many billion it is that we give to the Europe, to the EU every year, and you think that that money would be better invested in our own country to start things from new, then the youth of today will have a future, because all the industry will be back in this country. Everybody will recognise the UK for what it is. A manufacturer, a distributor, farming will be going back again. And people might say, yes, but we've got innovation now, so we don't need that. Why? Why? You think about those farmers. That's what they've known for generations. And you've taken that away from them by buying everything from Europe instead of buying homegrown stuff. We personally, me and Dad, whenever we're downtown and we're shopping for veg and stuff, we buy homegrown English stuff. If we can buy English stuff, mate, we will buy it. A lot of the stuff we buy is Lincolnshire. The potatoes and the vegetables are Lincolnshire grown. Now, somebody, like I said a few weeks ago, somebody said to me, yes, but we'll only end up with second-rate food and second-rate products, blah, blah. Why? Why will we? Are you telling me that the EU is the only place in the world where you can buy decent quality items? Because I don't believe it. You're telling me Australia, Canada, USA, New Zealand, they make what, second-rate, third-rate products, do they? I'm sure they'd take that on board if you spoke to them. But yeah, so this change.org thing, I would never sign in a million years, because he's saying that he wants the future for the young. Well, I'm sorry, but in 1973, I think it was 73, yeah, when we joined the EEC, the young then wanted it, because they thought that the next few generations were going to benefit from it. And they found out they haven't benefited from it at all. In fact, it's got worse in the last 40 years. And now we've got a chance to put it right. So why would I sign something saying no to a no-deal Brexit? I think it's actually the best thing that can possibly happen for this country. Not in the short term. Not in the short term. In the short term, it might cause a bit of turmoil. But look to the future. Look to 50, 75, 100 years up. I mean, I want to be here. But yeah, look to the future. And I reckon if you look to the future and you open your eyes properly, you'll see that it'll probably be the best thing. And I saw, by the way, that I went on to, because I do keep abreast of politics and stuff. I think I need to be honest. I don't know why, I just do. Anyway, but I went on and I saw that all the proposals that were put towards all the MPs were all rejected, right? Now, I think no matter what you say to them, they will reject every single thing, because they're thinking of their own pockets. They're only thinking of their own pockets. I mean, one of the MPs has actually said he is resigning as a Tory whip because the rest of his party cannot make their minds up. He said that basically it's pointless. It's pointless in doing it because he's putting forward suggestions and nobody's listening, you know. And his own party members are rejecting everything that comes up. And now, obviously, Theresa May's that desperate that she's willing to start talking with Jeremy Corbyn about trying to sort this out between them. Now, for Labour and Conservative to want to talk together about something shows how desperate they are. And I think, like I said, I've got a feeling in a few days' time, I think it's 8 now, 12, isn't it? Yeah, 8 days' time or 9 days' time, we'll be leaving. Deal or no deal, to quote Noel Edmonds. Bye for now. Hi, I hope you enjoyed the vlog, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and a like. Thank you very much. And if you like what you saw, you can subscribe by clicking there. And if you want to see what I did yesterday, you've just got to click up there. Bye for now.